Right now, without moving, you can make the hair on your arms stand up. Just remember the scariest moment of your life. Or picture nails dragging down a chalkboard. Feel that? That wave crawling up your skin. Your body just did something it was designed to do 20 million years ago. And it makes almost no sense that you still do it. Because here is the strange part: you barely have any hair. That reflex, the one that just raised the tiny hairs on your arm, was built for an animal covered head to toe in fur. You are running the software. You just lost the hardware. Most people think goosebumps are simple. You get cold, your skin reacts, end of story. But that explanation falls apart the second you get goosebumps from a song, or from a memory, or from someone touching your back. Cold cannot explain any of that. Something older is running underneath. And you have to look at what is actually happening on your skin. Attached to the base of every single hair on your body is a tiny muscle. It is called the arrector pili. When it contracts, it pulls the hair upright and pushes the skin around it into a little bump. Multiply that by thousands, and your whole arm turns to gooseflesh in under a second. But here is the key: you cannot control that muscle. You cannot flex it on command like a bicep. It only answers to one thing: your sympathetic nervous system, the same ancient alarm system that fires when you are afraid. When you feel threatened, your body dumps adrenaline, your heart rate spikes, your pupils widen, and those thousands of tiny muscles all contract at once. So the real question is not what goosebumps are, it is why your body treats a sad song like a threat. Go back millions of years to an ancestor covered in thick fur. A predator appears. In that instant, every hair on its body stands straight up, and suddenly it looks bigger. A cat does this today. When a cat is startled, its fur puffs up and its tail doubles in size. It is not magic. It is the same muscle you have pulling the same hairs. A frightened animal that looks twice its size might make a predator hesitate. And hesitation is the difference between living and dying. Your ancestors survived because their fur made them look dangerous. That reflex got passed down for millions of years, straight to you. Except you have no fur left to raise. So when you get scared today, your body still sends the signal to puff up. The muscles still contract. But all that happens is a faint ripple of tiny bumps. You are trying to look bigger to a threat with a coat of fur that vanished a long time ago. That is the first job Goosebumps had: to make you look bigger when you were afraid. But there was a second job, and this one was about staying alive in the cold. When a furry animal gets cold, those same muscles contract and lift the fur away from the skin. That raised fur traps a layer of warm air against the body like a natural blanket. It is the exact same principle as a bird fluffing up its feathers on a freezing morning. More trapped air, more warmth. So, for your ancestors, goosebumps were also insulation, a survival tool against the cold. And this is the part of the reflex that still half works on you. When you step out of a hot shower or a cold wind hits you, your skin bristles. Your body is trying to fluff up a fur coat to keep you warm. It just does not have one anymore. The mechanism fires perfectly. The result does almost nothing. Understand the cold, and you understand the fear. But neither of those explains the strangest trigger of all. Because sometimes you get goosebumps when there is no threat and no cold at all. Sometimes you get them from beauty. A song hits a certain note and a wave rolls down your spine. A scene in a film, a line in a speech, a memory of someone you lost. Scientists have a name for this. They call it frisson. and it is one of the most mysterious things your body does. Charles Darwin noticed it back in 1872. He wrote about how strong emotions could make the hair stand on end in humans and animals alike. But he could not explain why a feeling, with no danger attached, would trigger a survival reflex. For over a century, nobody could. Then, in 2016, a researcher named Matthew Sachs studied people who get chills from music, and he found something physical. The people who feel frisson have more nerve fibers connecting the part of the brain that processes sound to the part that processes emotion. Their wiring is literally different. In their brains, a beautiful sound and a strong emotion are more tightly linked. So the music reaches the emotional core trips the ancient alarm, and the alarm raises a fur coat that is not there. Think about what that means. The same reflex that once saved your ancestors from a predator in the dark is the reflex firing when a song moves you to tears. Your body cannot tell the difference between a threat and overwhelming beauty. To your nervous system, both are just a surge of intensity too big to contain. So it does the only thing it knows how to do. It reaches for a fur coat that disappeared millions of years ago and tries to raise it. That chill you feel during the perfect note in a song is not romantic. It is a survival mechanism, misfiring in the most beautiful way possible. Your body is treating Beethoven like a leopard in the grass. It goes even deeper than emotion. In 2020, researchers at Harvard found that the tiny goosebump muscle does more than raise hair. It physically connects the nerve to the stem cells that grow new hair. When you get cold, the muscle contracts, the nerve fires, and over time, that signal actually tells your body to grow a thicker coat. In other words, in a furry animal, cold does not just cause goosebumps. Goosebumps are part of how the body decides to grow more fur for the winter. You are carrying a system built to regrow a coat you will never have again. So step back and look at what you really are. Every time you shiver in the cold, every time a horror movie raises the hair on your neck, every time a song gives you that wave down your spine, you are watching a 20 million year old animal try to work inside your body. It is reaching for fur that is not there. It is trying to look bigger to enemies that are gone. It is trying to trap heat in a coat that vanished before you were born. You are not broken. You are haunted. Haunted by the animal you used to be. And the next time a piece of music gives you chills, remember what is really happening. Some ancient part of you, buried under smooth skin, just felt something so powerful it tried to raise its fur to survive it. You reach for your arm. The bumps are already fading. Now you know what they were.